What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? So, this is, I guess I can call it a reaction video, right? Right. Well, how do I start this shit off? I'm really the type to just go straight into the bullshit. You know what I mean? Should I? Should I just dive right into the bullshit? Well, anyways, I'll just start off like this. I had, basically, I just, people been telling me to check out Tom Jones for a long time, and I was just like, I'm cool. I'm cool. I'm cool. But then I checked him out, and I was like, yeah, I'm really cool off of this shit. Then I heard one song, Delilah, I was like, oh, this motherfucker can actually blow, you know what I mean? But I had seen some shit last week, I want to say it was. But I just opened it up today. And then when I opened it up today, I just scrolled, you know what I'm saying? And then like some shit just caught my attention. Now, I didn't know how to take this. I didn't take this as two motherfuckers, that's friends, joking together, this is what they do. Or was this some loose, lit, slipping type of shit? Now, did you read it? Because you about to read it to me, right? And read it to us or whatever. Mm-hmm. What you think? What's your take? Is it two friends, I'm jonesing on my homie over here? Or is it shade? For some reason, I want to say shade. But then again, I don't know Tom Jones for nothing. You know what I'm saying? But something tells me like, this is how I took it. Mm-hmm. This is how I took it. I took it as Tom Jones, you the Vegas dude. You got Vegas on lock, but when Elvis comes through, you are a little intimidated because you're not the pretty boy no more because Elvis motherfucking Presley's in the building. And at this point, you are the curly head fuck. And that's no disrespect to this dude, but I'm unfiltered. Sorry, I cannot help it. But I just took it as you was maybe having a little shade on my boy. But I could be hella wrong. I do admit that, and I'm very much aware because I don't know the relationship they had. But I take it as shade, so I would like to know what y'all think. If y'all don't know about the article and whatnot, who did the article? What's that top say? Just look at the address bar. Who is that?
Express.com UK.
Express.com UK. Go to that one part for me. It read that for me audience, please. Okay. Cause yeah. What do you say you took it as?
I take it as shade.
You take it as shade?
Sound like a little jealousy or something was going on there.
I'm saying though, like in poker salad Annie that he did was terrible. Like that shit was terrible. That shit was below my pay grade. Like I don't know what the fuck that was, but yeah, I'm gonna have this lady read this shit because I don't like reading, especially out loud. Like I start sounding out words and shit. But yeah.
I'm gonna go from the top and then scroll down.
Okay. Well, let's get it.
Elvis Presley and Tom Jones both performed in Las Vegas at the same time and hung out together, but the Welsh star ridiculed the King's voice and performances behind his back. Let's see. Sir Tom embarked on a wildly successful Vegas career in 1967 with his first engagement at the Flamingo. He would perform at least a week in Vegas every year until 2011. It was hugely lucrative and he was such a draw. Stars like Liberace, Dionne Warwick, Debbie Reynolds, and Joan Rivers attended his birthday parties there. Cool. Elvis's lifelong friend and core member of the Memphis Mafia, Jerry Schilling, paid tribute to their friendship. Elvis didn't hang out with other entertainers that much, But if there was one artist that Elvis truly called a friend and hung out with the most, it was Sir Tom Jones. Hitchens said, Elvis and Tom were frequently found to be partying in the Imperial Suite on the 30th floor of the Hilton, Elvis's home, whenever he was in town. According to his bodyguard and friend Sonny West, Elvis often made quips about Tom's trademark skin-tight trousers. Does he stick a sock down there? He was fond of asking. Whenever he was in the audience for one of Tom's shows, he'd jump on the stage and join him for a spot of playful banter. This delighted the fans, who got 2 superstars for the price of one. But Tom had no intention of letting Elvis share his limelight in an impromptu duet. Hitchens described the lengths Sir Tom went to keep Elvis from upstaging him. More than once, I heard him tell his stage crew, hide the microphone, Presley's in. Tom could also be disparaging about his friend's vocals. One night, we were watching Elvis perform at the Hilton. No longer able to hit all the high notes, he told us he sometimes just mimed the words while his backing group filled for him, and Tom was clearly unimpressed, saying, he's like a big chorus girl up there. There are surprisingly few intimate photographs of the 2 superstars hanging out together, and Sir Tom is unhappy about the most famous series, which were taken backstage with Priscilla in Vegas in 1971. He said, somebody soon came up and asked to take a picture, and so there we were, arm in arm, Elvis looking all perfect, like, and me, ... Sir Tom described the scene. Elvis waves his hand up around his face, and as if to suggest the presence of a double chin. I hadn't straightened myself up properly, see? I looked awful, and in that picture, I always will. I bloody regret that and all.
I'm cool on the rest.
That's
Yeah, just with that little photo shit right there kind of, takes it back to what I was saying in the beginning. But like I said, I don't really know how to take it. You know what I'm saying? So, let me go off of both versions. First is, if it's like some joking shit, I mean, cool, I should be minding my own motherfucking business. You know what I'm saying? But motherfucker, if you throwing shade on my boy, let's get this shit out the way. Like, let's get this shit out the way. You know what I'm saying? Because ain't no curly head fuck finna sit here and come tell me about my boy, like not hitting high notes. Motherfucker, we've been hitting high notes since motherfucking forever. Like, Elvis don't have to do high notes. Like, it's Elvis motherfucking Presley. Like, enough motherfucking said. Like, high notes. I done heard some Tom Jones high notes, and sir, I wasn't impressed. All the way from something to 2011, I wasn't impressed. I'm like, like, that's some shit. Like, old motherfuckers still get beat up. That's all I'm gonna say. That'll be a hell of a reaction video. But I just hope it ain't no shade. If it's shade, I do apologize. I mean, if it's not shade, it's just all fun, I do apologize. Because I did just call you a curly head fuck. But if it's shade, I meant that curly head fuck shit. I meant that shit with a passion. Like, you don't have that like Elvis got. Like, you just don't. You are Tom Jones, whatever that means to people who like Tom Jones, but sir, you are no Elvis Presley. Sir, you are not Elvis motherfucking Presley. Like, hide the microphones, hide the Tom Jones, motherfucker. Like, what? Like, if I had to pick a motherfucker to hear, like, I'll be real with you. You couldn't get me to go to a Tom Jones concert if the tickets was free. I could have nothing to do. I could be bored than a motherfucker. Like, seriously, I could be bored than a motherfucker sitting at the house. I ain't got shit to do. And this could be in his prime. Unless this motherfucker is singing Delilah 18 times back to back, I'm not going to shit. I'm not going to shit. Like, hell to the nah. But that's just me, man. That's just me. Drop me a comment. Let me know what you think.